Good day everyone, I am Argumentative and we're going to talk about the corruption is the root of our nation's problems. So, corruption is one of the biggest problems in our society today. It affects the government, the economy, and even the daily lives of ordinary people. Corruption happens when people in power use their position for personal gain instead of serving the people. It may come in many forms: bribery, stealing public money, favoritism, and dishonesty. Some people think corruption is normal and will always exist, but this way of thinking makes it worse. I strongly believe that corruption must be stopped because it destroys trust, slows down progress, and keeps people for poor and hopeless. So, first of all, corruption destroys trust in the government and in leaders. When public officials steal money or take bribes, the people lose faith in them. Citizens start to think that all leaders are dishonest and that there is no point in following the law. This makes society weaker because trust is the foundation of good governance. For example, if a government project is full of corruption, people will not believe that their taxes are being used properly. They may refuse to pay taxes or lose interest in helping the community. When trust is gone, unity is lost. Citizens stop cooperating with the government because they feel betrayed. Corruption turns leaders into selfish individuals who only care about power and money instead of serving the people who elected them. So, second, corruption slows down the progress of a country. When government officials steal funds meant for schools, hospitals, and roads, the nation cannot grow properly. The money that should be used to help the poor, improve education, or build infrastructure ends up in the pockets of greedy individuals. This is why some countries remain poor even though they have many natural resources. For example, a government may announce a big project to build a new roads or provide clean water, but the funds are stolen or misused, and the project remains unfinished. This hurts everyone, especially the poor who depend on public services. A corrupt government raises opportunity for development and prevents the country from reaching its full potential. So, without honesty and accountability, progress is impossible. So, third, corruption makes poverty use. When money is stolen from the people, there is less support for education, healthcare, and job creation. Poor people suffer the most because they depend on government programs for their basic needs. If leaders continue to be corrupt, the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. For instance, in a corrupt system, only those who can pay bribes get good jobs or government assistance. This is unfair and destroys the hope of those who work hard but do not have connections. Instead of rewarding honesty and talent, corruption rewards dishonesty and greed. This creates a cycle where people think they must cheat or pay bribes to survive, which spreads corruption even more. So, another serious effect of corruption is moral decay in society. When people see their leaders stealing or lying without being punished, they begin to think that corruption is acceptable. It becomes part of daily life. For example, some people pay bribes to pass exam to get a driver license or to avoid penalties. These small acts may seem harmless, but they build a culture of dishonesty. When corruption becomes normal, it destroys the values of fairness and hard work. The youth may grow up thinking the success only comes through cheating or manipulation. So this is dangerous for the future because no nation can succeed if it is people no longer value honesty. Furthermore, corruption damages the country's reputation. Other nations lose respect for a country known for corruption. Investors avoid doing business in corrupt countries because they fear losing money or facing unfair treatment. This means fewer job opportunities and slower economic growth. Foreign aid and support may also decrease because other countries will not trust that their help will be used properly. A corrupt image makes a country weak in the eyes of the world and affects international relationships. However, fighting corruption is not impossible. It starts with strong leadership and good example. Leaders must be transparent, honest, and accountable for their actions. There should be strict laws and punishments for those who commit corruption, no matter their position or power. The justice system must be fair and independent so that no one is above the law. Education also plays a big role. School should teach young people about honesty, integrity, and the importance of serving others. When children grow up understanding that corruption is wrong, the next generation can become better leaders. Citizens also have responsibility to fight corruption. Everyone must be brave enough to report wrongdoing and refuse to participate in it. Small actions like refusing to pay bribes can make a big difference. Media and social organizations can help expose corruption and spread awareness about its harmful effects. People must demand transparency from their leaders and hold them accountability for their actions. If citizens unite and stand for what is right, corruption can be reduced. So, in conclusion, corruption is one of the main reasons why many countries remain poor and divided. It destroys trust, stops progress, and creates inequality. The fight against corruption should start with every individual, leaders, citizens, and even students. We must all learn to value honesty and responsibility. The road to corruption free nation too different, but it is possible if everyone works together. The change starts with us. If we all do what is right and refuse to take part in corruption, we can build a country that is fair, strong, and full of hope for the future.